Hey, James Nesmith, Science Spectrum, riding shotgun with us this morning. Just want to get your opinion before we dive into the stuff. Okay, I asked James if he had saw or had seen.
Had saw?
Really? Had you saw it? Wow. Okay, now, former English teacher Laura Mack is like
cringing.
Okay, here's the deal. If looks could kill, I'd be out of here.
Could He's doing it twice.
Maybe we should just hand it off to James.
Okay, so what is your opinion on this guy sliding into second
I
place?
thought we were talking about the science.
We are, but I wanted to get his opinion on this because
Okay.
he's all about the science of the thing, and I wanted to know about what he thought and if it was legit or if it was not a legit slide.
Well, it's pretty obvious he's going after him. That's obvious, but obviously they're trained to. But stereotypically, it's next to the bag, not well past the bag. So the slide is, in my opinion, it's a little ridiculous. He's not even bothering to slide ahead of the bag to get to it. It's well beyond the bag, and he doesn't even fully feet first slide. It's sort of a sideways slide to intentionally take him out well beyond the bag. So, part of the game, but usually you expect that in proximity of the bag as they're making contact with the bag and the player at the same time. It's well beyond it, so I can see.
So you think he should be suspended?
I don't know about suspended, but some sort of penalty for sure, so that obviously they don't. And that's the big thing. The whole reason for this is they're trying to make sure that these guys that are worth millions of dollars aren't taken out.
Well, the deal is, here's the thing. Thing is here we are in the playoffs,
Right.
Breaking legs and stuff.
Got a brand new movie at Science Spectrum happening this week. What is it called?
We have a brand new one called Mysteries of the Unseen World. It actually started about 2 weeks ago, and it'll be here through the rest of the fall. It's a really neat produced film by National Geographic. In fact, some of the folks that have seen it public have really told us it's probably one of the better films we've had in quite a few months. And it's a little bit on the nerdy side, but everybody's got a little bit of nerd in them somewhere. And it is one of those films that looks at things that you can't see with the naked eye, and processes and scientific things that are natural processes going on around us that we can't see. Either things that are happening too slow that your eye can't detect, too fast, things that are microscopic, things that take infrared or take some sort of other special thermal vision to be able to see these things. So there's things going on with bacteria and viruses, things that nanotechnology, or you need a microscope to see what's going on.
Okay.
I must be a nerd because that sounds really interesting.
It is, and it's really cool.
Give us a couple of examples.
Well, there's things like
what's crawling around in your bed.
Well, unfortunately, yes.
Is that in there?
There's part of things like that, like things that live on your body that you don't know are living on your body.
Ew.
All kinds of little mites and all kinds of little things that are there that
Halloween time.
This
is
is no, hold on. This is why you got to go to the cleaning house and get Sterifab and spray your sheets. I'm serious.
Well, unless you're willing to live in bleach solution 24 hours a day, it's just part of life.
You're going to get stuff on you.
But some of this is good. There's those symbiotic relationships that without some of this going on, your life isn't the same. So it seems weird, but it really is. And again, bacteria and viruses, things that
get it off me.
Nanotechnology. Obviously, that's sort of the future of a lot of the advancements in science, is being able to, on a cellular or microscopic level, control organisms, and so some of that.
Okay, now wait a minute. Let's rewind. Now, not too long ago, in the last year, you had nano. What was it?
Well, we always do a Nano Days event, and we have done that for about 4 or 5 years now to draw attention to research and technology going on in nanoscience. We have a little small exhibition at the Science Spectrum on nanotechnology, but there's a little bit on nanotechnology in this film as well. So it's not creepy, Tom. It's fun.
Okay. No, I was just kind of curious.
Thanks for helping me out there. I appreciate it.
Really interesting.
Okay. They call this guy the bubbleologist, and he's been here in the studio with us. But I was just thinking earlier that it would sound a little more, I don't know, rather than bubbleologist, bubologist.
A boobologist? How did you say that?
Bubologist.
Not boobologist.
Not boobologist.
That's a whole nother field.
What is Tom's take on that?
I didn't say that. Anyway, so tell us about Mr. Bubble.
Well, we do have our annual Bubble Fest event coming up again this Saturday, and that's from 10 to 5 at the Science Spectrum. And we do have a return of Mr. Casey Carl. Casey is from Connecticut, and you wouldn't think you could make a living at this, but he travels. He's been doing it for 25 years, travels all over the world, not just the United States, travels internationally. Probably makes a whole lot more money than the three of us combined. Doing bubbles shows, and he does them at fairs, festivals, events, all kinds of activities, does some museum shows. And he, in his former life, was a professionally trained Ringling Brothers clown. And then about 25 years ago, he started picking up on this and has been able to make a great career doing this. And he does an amazing show. He's probably the best performer we have ever brought of all the different kinds of performers to the Science Spectrum. Just really engaging, a lot of comedy, a lot of fun music. And who doesn't like Bubbles, whether you're 4 or 94, but especially that audience of about 3 to about 10. This show is right up their alley, and man, for the price of the ticket, you could take them to a big show that might cost $50 a ticket, and they're not going to have any more fun than they do for the $6.50 that they're going to pay to come to the Science Spectrum on this.
Okay.
Cool. Now, what time are his shows? Does he do several through the day?
He does 3. So the event is 10 to 5, and all day long you can come and participate in hands-on bubble experiments and activities and little demonstrations and shows that we do. Get to play with Bubble Solution, do arts and crafts projects, and that's all day. You can come and go and do all that. Casey Carl's, his show is actually called Bubble Mania. It's about a 30, 35-minute performance that's sort of the highlight of the festival or event. And those are at 11:30, 1:30, and 3:30 on Saturday.
Okay, this is what I want to know. When you come back, you're coming back in on Thursday. Is it possible to reel Mr. Bubble in again?
He won't. He'll be here on Friday. He'll be in town on Friday, but he won't be here on Thursday morning.
Let's see here.
Oh man.
Well, maybe we could figure out a way to bump.
So where does
Let's
the
talk about this live on air.
Where is his show going to be? Is it in the?
We have a large room called our exhibit hall, and when we bring large traveling exhibitions in, when we do special events, so it's about a 6,400 square foot room. We put up a stage. There's about seating for about 400 or 500 people in there.
I want to ask. I want to know what kind of soap this guy uses to make his bubbles.
I know.
You know, people.
It's probably top secret
you know what I'm saying?
He actually does keep it top secret. Now I know.
Really?
I know the basic ingredients that are in it,
rip-off.
but he won't even tell us. Now he'll because
Really?
it's sort of one of those proprietary things. Yeah, exactly. So. All of them, to a certain degree, use, obviously, distilled water. Dawn dish detergent is the best. Glycerin, you can buy glycerin at the pharmacy. And then he'll add a little bit of a commercially made bubble solution to his homemade as well. But he never will tell me
Probably
the
it's got to be club soda. There's got to be a shot of club soda in there.
Vodka, maybe. No.
Anyway. Okay, so Bubble Fest this weekend, and we've also got the National Geographic film now showing at the Science Spectrum. See you on Thursday, maybe on Friday.
How about every day? No, not every day.
17 minutes after the hour. Thanks for being here.